Hey, editor Trey here, and in the clip you're about to see, our boys both get the number of episodes wrong. It's actually Zeta Disc 3, episodes 11 to 15. Sorry about that. Title's correct. It's going to be weird hearing them say 6 to 10, but it's actually 11 to 15 on Disc 3 of Zeta Gundam.
I did watch Gundam again, the
Yeah.
second disc, which is episode 6 through 10, I think.
Yeah.
I said it. 6 through 10, 7 through 11, 6 through 10, right? 6 through 10, yes.
Hmm.
Of Zeta Gundam. Not that Zeta Gundam. I don't know, let me see. Yeah, going through that.
Da, da,
And
da, 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 da.
I still don't like Camille.
Yeah.
Double checking, give me a second chance. But there's some of the scenes I really like how they do the setup.
Yeah.
Like as soon as Captain Bright takes over the ship, here's your new captain.
Spoiler Lavu
He's
is up,
on
so spoil away.
okay. So as soon as he's captain, he's put in a position where he's got to decide, hey, they get attacked during an invasion
Right.
with Earth, and easy call. It's like he has to make the call. No, you stay in formation. That has to hold.
Right.
Going through that, and he's just already put in a tough situation. The
Hey, Dark.
I don't. Hey, Dark, what's going on? The I just rewatched 6 through 10. So
Mhm.
Thursday we'll start 11. Probably try to watch 11 and episode 11 and 12
Yep.
of that, which I don't know. What's that? Yes. So there's how many got? Oh, we still got a good ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I might get to like Camille a little bit
I
more.
have the second set right here, just waiting.
Ah, going through that. They I think it does a good. Rewatching it, I think it does. I think it gives it a better chance. I give it. I feel better about the bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
'Cause in a way it kinda felt forced, but at I don't know, maybe because of how often I had to rewatch it
Hmm.
and look at it, it does feel better. It does seem to flow better through that.
Yeah.
The, we haven't had we haven't had the big scene yet. They've it doesn't seem like, right?
Yeah.
You've got everybody there now,
Hmm.
or just about everybody there, um, getting set up, and soon Amaro's gonna come back. It's my prediction, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Something's gonna click in Amaro,
Okay.
uh, before the season ends, and then we're gonna get the big scene with, like, these, you know, these next type, uh, or, new types
Yeah.
doing their thing, Lieutenant Quattro and Camille, and I think Amaro's really gonna show up again
Okay.
and be Amaro, right? Because Amaro seems to shake Lieutenant Quattro a little bit.
Right.
The, seems to shake him a little bit. I don't there's not another new type out there that I've seen do that to him.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna pay that off
Okay.
sense.
As
But
usual, I will spoil nothing, and hopefully chat will spoil nothing.
appreciate it.
But we're in
Appreciate it.
uh we're in a really cool set of episodes, in my opinion, where and I do have a question to ask you, as I always do when we cover these. But how do you feel about bringing back in the protagonist from the first series?
Well, it makes sense timeline-wise because
Mhm.
it's just 10 years later,
Right.
and they've got everybody up, and I think this story, as they're trying to tell it, needs it, unless they're gonna go way off. If
Right.
you go way off time, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But you need these connections, and I think what Zeta's doing is really building. Now we know the new types.
Yeah.
You can see the separation clearer on who's against who,
Right.
uh, and so. Hmm.
It's an interesting series. I love that introduction, that moment of, hey, here's the character that you remember from the first Gundam, and he is not doing what you want him to be doing, right? He is sitting in a house on Earth, and you're like, that's not what I want Amuro to be doing, man. Come on.
Well, I think it gives something to the power of, and I think this is the fans' fault. It's a good thing
Right.
that I think that Char was a popular character
Right.
that really I think that's what this kind of this also brings about too is they want to get these characters on the same side.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a new one. We're going to keep expanding.
Mhm.
You know, these mobile armors and mobile suits are going to get bigger and fancier.
Yeah.
Here, I am kind of surprised that there hasn't been more. Like we got that one big cannon one time
Yeah.
that showed up. I'm surprised there hasn't been more of that yet, but that may be coming too. That may be
There are
coming.
so many ramifications of what you've already seen in Zeta Gundam and what is
Yeah.
coming in Zeta Gundam that like shake the
Yeah.
foundation of the series to come. And it's crazy to me because when people say they love Zeta Gundam, most of the time, like me, I'm one of them. It's, hey, there's this moment that is great, There's this moment that is incredible, and that's what makes me love Zeta. But now going back and watching it, I'm going, man, Zeta has some weird choices in storytelling, but I love watching it. Every second that it's on, I'm having a great time.
I think so far, except
Truly.
for right. I think in the first season and the first series, the old OG Gundam,
Hmm.
you have that dip, right?
Yeah.
There's some silly stuff in the story, but it's pretty consistent, and then you have a dip.
Right.
And I think the storytelling overall is better in the first one
Right.
so far.
Right.
So far. Um Also, I think that goes into maybe like a lot of the influences that you could see in there.
Right.
And this is a much more of like trying to be much more original. But in Zeta, even like I said, with the scene with Bright,
Yeah.
having to make that decision right after he becomes captain. That's better. It's better storytelling.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. The story's better for me in the first one, and maybe Zeta will take over that. What are we making Trey
That's a
White
good
now?
question.
Oh,
We've got a lot of
oh,
Gundam series to go to, but that is a good point. That after that, it is your turn to fire it back at me.
okay, okay. I'll find something. Well, see, also, I'm I'm kind of blessed, right? Because if I have any questions about Gundam, I have
That's
got
true.
contacts.
That's true.
I have got contacts. You know, so I'm trying to take it if I get something wrong, I know I'm going to be corrected.
Right.
So
One
we'll
last
look
thing I
at.
want to ask you is where we're at in Zeta, there is something that is kind of just like casually mentioned, and I'm not going to say if it winds up coming up more or not, but I just want to get your thoughts on the feeling of the moment when they just went, "Oh yeah, that guy's from the Jupiter fleet."
Yeah, that was that. I wondered about that because I wonder if that's a setup for another faction.
Hmm.
Because you've got the better mobile armor coming from Jupiter.
Right.
It brings it down to bring that show off, and you can tell there's tension right there in that scene. Just
Right.
that line, maybe it's a throwaway line, but you can tell there's tension in that scene between, hey, he's not one of us.
Yeah.
We're working together. So it's like adding another faction.
Yeah. I think Zeta does a lot of its storytelling in throwaway lines, and I think that that is something that a lot of people don't like about it. They would rather it be more direct, But I think that Sailor Moon, I like Sailor Moon personally. But I think that in a lot of ways, it means you can have little moments of storytelling, like with Kai in these episodes, where he doesn't get to
Yeah.
outright say how he feels a lot, but you get little moments of him being like,
Yeah. That and I think Kai seems to be the most changed.
Yeah.
You know, over those 10 years, like going back to the. But that's something about, except maybe, well, maybe even for Bright, but that's something about all the ones that they bring back, all the characters they bring back.
Yeah.
They let you know that something's going. They were missing something.
Right.
You know, you don't. We all know Kai could have retired.
Right.
He didn't have to do anything.
Right.
You know that because of the way people talk about, oh, you were on the white
White
base.
base.
Hey,
Yep.
no problem. They're gonna be able to, like, oh, Captain Bright's up there. Yeah, they're gonna be able to. Oh, that's his wife. Yeah, she'll be. You know,
Yeah.
they were on the white base, and he didn't.
Right.
You know,
When
he,
I first saw him, I thought for sure, like when I first watched Zeta, I thought for sure we were going to see Kai Cheetah in like the lap of luxury with like
yes, he
women all
was.
around him and drinking on a beach or something. Like, yeah, no, that's not. Kai grew up. Now he's trying to
Yeah,
uncover corruption and he's putting himself in the line of fire. You know,
yeah.
ours are
They
very different.
yes, it was the
Wait, you mean they're not cousins and they love each other?
well, they'd still be cousins. like, like
What do you mean
I don't
that
know.
character's a guy?
I yeah, there, right there. Yeah. The I'm looking forward to. It feels like when I got up to the end of this disc, when everybody's there, Amuro's there, Lieutenant Quattro, you got Bright,
Yeah.
you know, everybody's going after Jaburo,
Yep.
you know, the fight of Jaburo, they're all together. It feels like, okay, now this series is going to really start.
Yeah.
And it feels like the first 10 episodes were all to get to this point.
Right.
So
Prologue, as it
we'll
were.
see. Yeah, we'll see.